What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Fearless by Taylor Swift. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below what are the songs by Taylor Swift that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing you should need to know to play Fearless on guitar is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 3rd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing you want to know for Fearless is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a little intro picking thing. We're going to go then to verse 1, then chorus, then verse 2, then chorus again, then bridge, and then we're going to finish up with one last chorus. From there, you want to know the 6 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is D, the next one is A, the next one is E minor, the next one is G, the next one is C add 9, and the last one is D over F sharp. And I'll have chord charts for all of those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Fearless. Man, I love this song. It's a great song. It's one of the first songs that made me fall in love with Taylor Swift's music, and I'm so stoked to teach it to you guys today. So I know I just gave you some chords, but we're actually going to take a look at this little intro picking part, and it's not really just an intro. It also kind of plays a couple other places throughout the song, but we're just going to call it the intro picking pattern. So let's dive into that. So what we're going to have here is a 3rd fret on B string. We're going to go 3rd B, open high E, 3rd B, open high E, 2nd high E. That's our first little section. And then we're going to go to this. We're going to repeat that kind of, but add a little bit to it. We're going to go 3rd B, open high E, 3rd B, open high E, 2nd high E, 3rd high E, 2nd high E. That's our second section. And that'll bring us into our last little section. So for our last little section, what we're going to have here is 3rd B, open high E, 3rd B, open high E, 2nd high E, and then we're going to go 3rd B, 5th high E, 3rd B, 3rd high E, 3rd B, 2nd high E, 3rd B, open high E. So on the first time that we play through our picking pattern, that's what we're going to play. And you'll notice that we have some notes there, some numbers that are in parentheses next to those last 2 high E notes we play. So on our second time we play all the way through the picking pattern on the intro, we're going to play that part, the ones that are in parentheses instead, just those last 2 notes, right? So those last 2 notes with the kind of last little section there with those last 2 notes, that kind of comes out to be like this. We're going to have 3rd B, and then open high E, 3rd B, open high E, 2nd high E, and then 3rd B, and then 5th high E, 3rd B, 3rd high E, and then we're going to go back here. This is where the parentheses notes comes in, and we're going to do 3rd B, 5th high E, and then 3rd B, and then 3rd high E. So basically we just repeat that 5, 3, 5, 3 on the second time that we go through instead of walking that high E string down like we do on the first time. I know that might be a little bit confusing, but it'll make a little bit more sense when we play through at full speed. So before we play through at full speed, we're going to go through it very slowly just so you guys can get a total grasp of what's being played for that picking part. And like I said, this is an intro, but it also kind of plays out through the rest of the song as well. So guys, very slowly all the way through that picking pattern for the intro will look about like this. And guys, a couple of times full speed all the way through that little picking pattern that plays in the intro, and then a couple places else throughout the song will look about like this. And guys, from there we're into what's being played for verse. Our chord progression for verse is going to be this: D, A, E minor, and G. But we're also going to have another little chord progression that I'll get to in just a minute, but this is going to be the main one right here. So for that chord progression right there, our strum pattern is going to be this. We're going to do down, down, up, down, 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 up for each chord. One more time, kind of slower, is like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up for each chord for that. And that's going to be what we're going to be playing for most of the verses. That chord progression with that strum pattern through most of the verse. But on the last time through that, we're going to do something a little bit different right before we go into the chorus. What we're going to do there for the last time we play through that, before we go into the chorus on both of the verses, is going to be this. We're going to have D, A, E minor, and then in parentheses, you'll see we're going to have a G and an A. And those chords that are in parentheses, the G and the A, are going to be played for a half measure. So what that means is we're going to be doing something a little bit different for strum pattern there. We're going to be on those chords for a little bit of a shorter amount of time. So all of the chords that are not in parentheses are going to have that same strum pattern. So down, down, up, down, 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 up. But then the chords that are in parentheses are going to have this strum pattern. We're going to do down, 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 up for each one of those. And that's just like I said, they're being played for a half measure, and those are what's transitioning us into the chorus. So I don't know the exact amount of times on each verse that regular one plays without the transition chords. I don't know, I think it's different for each verse, and I didn't actually check it, which I probably should have. But those are going to be what we're going to be playing for most of the time. And then, like I said, on the very last time through that chord progression, but right before we go into each chorus, we're going to play those transition chords, which are done for a half measure. So guys, with all of that in mind, a couple of times through that verse chord progression with those transition chords tacked onto the end will look about like this. Guys, from there we're into chorus, and chorus is going to be super easy because all we're doing is the same exact thing as that last line of verse, that last little one with the transition chords. Again, our chord progression there is going to be D, A, E minor, and then G and A in parentheses because we're playing those for a half measure. So same thing on strum pattern as well. All of the chords that are not in parentheses are going to be down, down, up, down, up. And the chords that are in parentheses, those half measure chords, are going to be down, 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 up, down, 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 up, right? So down, 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 up for each one of those ones that are in parentheses. It's exactly the same as the last line of the verse. So guys, a couple of times through that chorus chord progression will look about like this. And guys, the last thing that you need to know to play Fearless on guitar is the bridge. Now for the bridge, we're going to have two different chord progressions. The first part of that chord progression is going to be E minor, G, D, and A. We're going to repeat that chord progression twice, and our strum pattern for that chord progression is going to be the same as the one that we've been using throughout the rest of the song. It's going to be down, down, up, down, 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 up. So that part's going to be kind of normal. And then we're going to switch over to this other second half of the bridge chord progression, which is going to be this. C add 9 for two measures, so C add 9 twice, D twice, and then we're going to go E minor once, D over F sharp once, G once, and then A once, And we're gonna, again, repeat that chord progression twice. And what our strum pattern for this one is a little bit different. We're gonna do 4 down strums per chord. So for our E minor, for example, in that part of that, it's gonna look like this. Just like that, 4 down strums, very simple for that one. So kind of a little walkthrough of what we're doing there for strum pattern, because I know there's a lot of moving parts there. I wanna make sure that really makes sense. So I'm gonna kind of walk through what we're doing on strum pattern for each part of that and do it all together. So kind of starting with that little E minor on the bridge there, we're gonna kind of just go through the whole thing, and I'm gonna run through the strumming pattern with you guys. So starting on that E minor, we're gonna go down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. And then we switch over to that second strum pattern and chord progression. We're gonna go here to the C add 9. We're switching over here, so we got down, 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 down. And that's it, guys. That's, oh man, I'm out of breath. But that's the whole strum pattern, chord progression, all the way through the bridge. It's a little bit funky because there's kind of a lot of moving parts, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. So guys, all the way through that bridge chord progression and strum pattern setup, without me talking, will look about like this. Guys, that is everything you should know to play Fearless on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 650 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what songs I'm jamming on today or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram story at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, I absolutely love Fearless. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's one of the first songs I really learned how to play very well on guitar. This album actually came out, Fearless actually came out around the time that I started playing guitar. So like these songs, Taylor Swift songs, a lot of people rag on Taylor Swift for like being like, oh, you know, her songs aren't really great musically, it's all 4 chords in a strum pattern, and it's boring, and it's not exciting, and it's not real guitar, it's not real music, and first of all, I hate it when people talk about that kind of stuff, especially about Taylor Swift. I get protective of Taylor Swift because I love her so much. But with any music in general, that's just a stupid, stupid response if anybody's saying that. But with her songs, that album, and the time that in my like playing experience that album came out, I was like, it was all perfect, because a lot of her songs are like 4 chords in a strum pattern, and at the time that's kind of all I could play, because I was just starting out. I was just learning all my basic chords, I was just learning, getting good at strumming and rhythm, and then I was picking out some like this song, like very basic little picking patterns as well. And so this album came out at such like a pinnacle time in like my life and my playing and my guitar and like all that stuff. It just really came out at such like a pinnacle time. And so all of these songs on this album, particularly this one, really just stuck with me through the years and have become very sentimentally valuable to me. And so this is a great one. I love teaching Taylor Swift songs, and I've kind of mentioned this, and I've thrown this idea around, but I really like to start teaching Taylor Swift songs a little bit more consistently, right? So like Guitar Goddess has Taylor Swift Tuesday, where she always on Tuesdays, or almost always on Tuesdays, does Taylor Swift songs on Tuesdays. I would like to do like Taylor Swift's Thursday or something like that, like today. Or I've even thought about, like, somebody suggested Swifty Saturday, and I loved that, or Swifty Sunday, or, you know, one of those days, something like that. I want to kind of come up with like one of those, because I love playing Taylor Swift songs. I know how to play literally every single Taylor Swift song, no exceptions. I've gone through all of her music, and so I'd love to just be able to share that with you guys, because that's music that I love, and I like to you know, on occasion share music with you guys that I am loving and I'm actually listening to, because I don't really often do that, actually. But anyways, guys, all that said, I'm kind of rambling here because I love this song so much, but this is a great song for beginner guitarists. Like I said, a lot of Taylor Swift songs, including this one, is just kind of 4 chords-ish. This one has a little bit more than that, but it's kind of 4 chords in a strum pattern through most of the song, and then there's that little picking thing, and then the bridge gets a little bit different. But it's all fairly easy and fairly repetitive to play, and I love teaching songs like that to beginners because, again, whenever I was first starting out playing, and that's all I knew was just basic chords and basic strumming, and so this is a song that fits really well into that profile. So if anybody like that, like you guys, are into kind of that same little spot that I was in, where you know your basic chords, you know your basic strumming, and you're trying to find songs to kind of apply those to, this is a great song to do that with. So guys, I've known this song for a long time. I always say I had a lot of fun learning this song. I learned this song probably 10 years ago, or whenever this album first came out, but I love this song and I'm really happy to share it with you guys. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I hope you have a lot of fun playing it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.
Without my love.